chiropractor. So I actually didn't even plan to make this video, and I literally just decided to make it about, or to make the stream topic. All my streams, they end up being YouTube videos as well. So yeah, follow me on YouTube at chiropractor or Twitch at chiropractor, depending where you're watching. But basically, I never thought that I would be making this type of content, and I guess you could say it was something that I would have been like embarrassed to make or talk about before, which is like the perfect reason as to why I'm here and making it. And I guess I should just go ahead and spit it out. What I'm talking about here is, needing food assistance, needing SNAP benefits, needing EBT, needing just needing any type of food assistance, basically. I feel like it's really important to talk about, especially right now, especially with everything that's going on. Especially, like literally Trump, he's trying to take away food stamps. He's trying to, cut these programs. He's trying to say that people are just taking from things. And I feel like right now is a very important time for me to be making this video because I don't want anyone else to ever feel embarrassed to ever need any of those things. To need food assistance, to need SNAP benefits, to need to use the food bank, to need to use donations, to need to ask for help. None of those things should be a bad thing. I feel like I was kind of embarrassed to talk about this stuff before, but I feel like, if it's already going to be assumed of me already because, people are racist, and it's already like a racial assumption that people literally make about me regardless, I feel like I might as well just talk about it, right? So let me show you, first of all, this comment that somebody left me, because I was talking about I was talking about how Trump supports Project 2025 and how he finally like full on confirmed it, like for the public, I mean, I guess he didn't say the exact words, I support Project 2025, but he was like, I'm having a meeting with the guy who wrote Project 2025. Same fucking shit, right? But anyways, someone left me this comment on that video where I talked about Trump supports Project 2025, and they went ahead and told me, good luck getting your EBT shit because the Dems are holding shit hostage. So this is what I mean. It is already assumed of me. I don't know if it's racially. Like, I feel like that's the only reason. I'll just stop there. Yeah. Or I guess you can say politically, because they think I'm Democrat. I'm not Democrat. I'm leftist, first of all. But yeah, so it's already assumed of me that I'm receiving benefits. So it's a great time to start talking about needing benefits. Now, I will start by saying I don't receive EBT, I don't receive SNAP benefits, I don't receive any food benefits, but I actually wish I do. And I've been like heavily kind of having these thoughts like, dang, I really wish that I had an EBT card. I really wish I can just buy food. Like, I'm gonna be like completely transparent because, like I said, this stuff is already assumed of me. So let's just get into it, right? I've been really wanting EBT, wishing I had it. It would be amazing to have right now. it would be amazing to just be able to buy any food and also just save some money on food, especially when I cannot afford any of my other bills. But like a little backstory, I have been unemployed for like some months. I have not been working for some months. I have been really behind on bills, behind on rent, behind on my car payments, behind on my credit cards. I've been struggling, thank you to my latest followers, Tiger Taps. Thank you for following me. So I've been really struggling, and I feel like, it's been a struggle. So I was really hoping and wishing that I could just have EPT. I was like, dang, I wish I could have that. Still have not even signed up for it, which maybe I will. Maybe that would be a good idea, right? But since I've been like really wishing I had this thing, I was like, you know what? The next best bet, where I probably don't need anything, is a food bank. So I started looking into like my local food banks, and I started to find some, and I was just really hoping that it wouldn't have any requirements. I would need to um, like I don't know, like say you need to have APT or something like that. Like I was just hoping that anyone could just use the services, and yeah, it was, So I looked up, no, mama. I looked up my local I looked up my local food banks, and I found a website for November. It had a bunch of options. It was amazing. It was beautiful, holy grail, right? And so I went to my first food bank yesterday, Sunday. Now today it's Monday. Um, I went to my first food bank yesterday, and it was absolutely amazing. Now this particular food bank, they give away vegetarian options only. So I got a bunch of fruit, a bunch of veggies, and it's great. Like I have not we have not been able to like fully properly buy groceries in so many months. We have just not been able to. We will buy out to eat food here and there, or actually we do buy that like a lot, but struggling. And then like yeah, we just wouldn't really buy groceries, honestly. And I don't know, it just feels really nice to like have like groceries. I feel like we would just buy like dinner sometimes, like I don't know how it was working. It was somehow. And now I want to just start utilizing food banks. I want to start utilizing something different. I want to start not worrying about something so basic and frivolous as food. I actually believe that the resource food should be free anyways. I believe that food, housing, freedom of expression, freedom of like, expression of art and, gender and clothing, like all of that, right? All that can be an umbrella term. And, I don't know, I just feel like overall like a lot, like freedom of education, freedom to even travel, like I think that things should be just free. We can just operate in a community based way or something, like I don't know, just not like this, okay? This is not it. Capitalism is not it, okay? um so yeah, like I feel like utilizing a food bank, is amazing, and I hope that it can just help me get in a better place. And I have felt, really, I feel like there was definitely a stigma around that and around using things like that. And if you need to use things like that, I don't want you to feel bad. I want you to just go for it. Just go use it. Just go to your local food bank. I went there. I felt a little embarrassed, but I got the food. I'm so happy. I'm so great. Everyone was so nice to me, so kind. The energy was great there. And yes, I have no complaints. Obviously, I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. I'm gonna show you what I got. I'm going to show you an idea of what you can be getting if you start going to your local food bank. And at the end of this, I'll be telling you some benefits of using this food bank, your local food bank near you. I'll be telling you some of the benefits of that. So, first of all, I need some privacy, so I had to like, you know, you know, you get it. You get it. The girls get it. Okay. Anyways, so this was my refrigerator before me and my husband went to the food bank yesterday. This is like right after I cleaned it out. So before this, there was like some things in there that were like rotten fruits and veggies, and it just needed to be cleaned out. So that's why it's like super extra bare, because it got cleaned out and like cleaned all the old veggies and fruits and all. So yes, pretty much all that was in there was like pickles and like yellow peppers, jalapenos, condiments, butter, things like that, things of that nature, syrup, things like that. Some tortillas, 2 bottles of alcohol. The Malibu's almost done, and then this like holiday themed alcohol, I think I got that like last year, and there's still a good amount. And then we had like this almond milk, which had like literally like 1 inch left of milk, or less, honestly, like half an inch left of milk. So yeah, everything else was like empty, like all the produce and everything. And we didn't get any freezer items, but our freezer, it looks the same before and after. So yeah, no freezer items. So yeah, that was before the food bank. And like I have more to say about this, so just give me 1 second. And this was after the food bank, so this is before the food bank, after the food bank. So we got a whole new extra milk. It's almond milk. This last milk, by the way, if you guys want some cheap milk, by the way, this last milk, the one on the left, $1. Well, $1.25 maybe, I think, or $1.50 at the most maybe. Literally, it's from the Dollar Tree. You can get your milk from the Dollar Tree. It is on the shelf. If that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable to just drink it like warm, which it kind of does for me, I do refrigerate it. It was my first time ever having it or trying it. Definitely 10 out of 10 recommend. Pop it in the fridge. Drink it. This one specifically was an almond milk sweetened with vanilla. So it was really delicious. It was great to have with like my hot cocoa that I also had from the Dollar Tree. So yes, I suggest if you need milk, cheap, $1 milk, you can get this. It's about, I don't know, like maybe I want to say like 16 or like 24 ounces of milk. I really don't know how much, but I feel like a little bit of milk goes a long way. I do feel like this can be like a good like 4 or 8 bowls of cereal. You can be mindful with it. You can spread it out, So yes, I mean, it says 4 servings and there's 1 cup. If you use half a cup of milk for your cereal and just kind of like move the bowl around, I do feel like that can be enough milk. I mean, if you really are a milky person, like I said, 4 bowls, it's still good. It's still a good amount because you can get 4 bowls of cereal for $1. That's good. So anyways, yes, that milk, if you want $1 milk, get it at the Dollar Tree. But yes, I got, oh my god, it's the same exact brand too. It's the same symbol. So yeah, I got that milk from no, mama, it's okay, stay on the bed, it's okay. So I got that from the Dollar Tree. Or sorry, I got that from the food pantry, this milk. I'm gonna try to be more fast. I'm sorry. I was like really yapping about the milk because I was like, I got really hyped and excited. They gave me a loaf of bread. Sorry, hamburger buns. I could have got any type of bread I wanted. They had different bread options. They said the only thing with the bread was that it's past its due by date. So, you know, you can get it. You can get whatever bread you want, but they're just letting you know. And then under that, if you can see, there's some tortillas. I think they're burrito ones specifically, flour ones. So yeah. And then, sorry, I don't know if I mentioned, but we already had these tortillas and this hummus. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, then we got lots of veggies and fruit because, like I said, it's a vegetarian, um, you know, food bank. So this was before the veggies and fruit, you know, this bottom part, and this is after. So, these in the middle are 2 bags of veggies. They were naked, you know, veggies. Some of them are naked veggies with no like plastic around it, so that's why I put them in the bag. And then some of them did have plastic. I did separate the two. I put the ones that have the plastic in one bag and then the ones that don't have the plastic in one bag. So it's just 2 bags of veggies next to each other. And then there's also 1 bag of fruit. And I think that one's on the bottom, maybe. But that one just has like some apples in it, maybe like 7, like, you know, like lone apples, because they gave us like a box of produce, you know. And then on the bottom here, we got a whole bag of oranges. I'm not sure exactly if they're oranges, tangerines, mandarins, bangerines, landrines. You know, there's so many names, but it's one of the oranges in the orange family. And then we got apples. I think they were Honey Crisp apples. I think that was the name of them. Delicious, delicious fruit, you know. And then right here in this little one, we have, I think it was a bag of either cucumber or zucchini. I thought it was cucumber. My husband said it was zucchini, so I'm not really sure. We'll see about that. So yeah, we got lots of fruits and veggies, and let me show you. Additionally, we also got this bag of Takis. So we got really lucky. I've never tried these. They're the dragon sweet chili Takis, and you know, they gave my husband it. He was like, oh yeah, sure, and he took it. So let me see, do I have another picture? I thought I took a picture of the pantry as well. Let me check. Did I really not take another picture? Okay. Let me go take a few more pictures for you guys to show you some additional things that I also got from the food pantry. So 1 second. It's stuck to my hair. No, let me out. Okay. Not fun to get stuck to your hair. Be right back. eat my hair, please. Okay, there we go. So, now, to continue, so, additionally, oh, sorry. Additionally, we also got a lot of these items. So, I'll just tell you what we already did have. That'll probably be easier. We already had the water. We already had, my husband's protein powder and like the elbow noodles that like are behind there. Then we already had this like jar of peanut butter, and then this like these crusty ass pancakes, and then we already had the Halls, and then we already had the hot chocolate. That was the hot chocolate I mentioned from the Dollar Tree. So yes, then and then we already had these peanuts. I got them from the Dollar Tree, and then we already had this strawberry jam. Then everything else is what we got from the food bank. Oh no, sorry, we already had this too. Please. Seeds. I can't think of the name. And I can't see it either. Sunflower seeds. There we go. So yeah, we already had that. But anyways, let me just go over what we got. We got these 2 peanut butters. Okay, nice. This is Naturally Yours peanut butter. And then we got like these Takis. I already went over that. And then we got 2 packs of hazelnuts. My husband actually like cooked one into like a delicious dessert type of deal for us last night. I will show you what he made with that. And then we got all of these freaking cans at the bottom. So a bunch of fruit cans, some pumpkin cans as well, and then some veggie cans as well. So yeah, and then we also got I'll just say what I got because I feel like that's easier for this one. We got these oatmeal packets, 2 packets of oatmeal. We got mashed potato flakes. We got 2 packets of brown rice, but my husband did make one last night. So, oh, that is what me and my husband had like a year ago. It was like really good. Wow. So May 19th, 2024. Really delicious. But back into yeah, me and my husband made that. We were like in a sushi craze, so we just kept making sushi. But yeah, so let me just show you a couple of things that I made with the stuff from the food bank. So I made me and my husband this delicious fruit bowl. It was very good. It was just apples cut up and oranges cut up, and it was delicious. And and some chamoy and tahini on top, for some extra flavor. My husband made me and him this for dinner. It's really delicious. It's green beans, it's mushroom, and it's green bell peppers on the veggie side, and on the rice side there's rice and hot dogs, like fried hot dogs in there. Oh, so delicious. Everything, the only thing that we had was the hot dogs, so he put a whole pack of frozen hot dogs that we had in there. It was 8. So he put a whole pack of frozen hot dogs in there, and then everything else is from the food pantry. So he cooked the whole bag of brown rice. So yeah, so we do have leftovers to eat today, which is very nice. So that's dinner. And then my husband made us these beautiful delicious hazelnuts. He went ahead and cooked them. He went ahead and cooked the hazelnuts, added like some brown sugar to them. I'm not sure if he did anything else, but they look absolutely amazing. And yeah, they were like delicious. Like, and I also had some this morning too. I had some of these and an apple this morning, so, or like afternoon. But yeah, so great stuff that we made with the food pantry stuff. You know, it filled us up. We feel great. Oh yeah, this is what I had this morning. I have a picture of it. So, so a little bit of hazelnuts, an apple, and let me see. This was a um TikTok that I seen. You guys should watch her full TikTok. I'll show you like a screenshot of it. But I'm going to, sorry, I'm going to also look this up because I want to show it better, and I feel like it's not good enough, you know? So, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look all this up. So, I copied it. And okay. So now we're just gonna paste in search. So let's see if we can find like our own version of her thing. Like I said, you can go watch her video. You'll probably be able to see it like a lot clearer, and just you'll get the point if you watch her video. Um, I'll give you like a little idea of like what it's about. Oh, I don't have the video here. Sorry, just a screenshot. But yes, so I would reverse image search it, but I don't think I can do that. Oh, yeah, no, it wants me to have the app. I don't really want to do that. It's fine. Um, no, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Hold on. This is annoying. Leave me alone. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. Just search it up here. Okay, that was really bad. It's fine. We're just gonna find our own. Like I said, you can go watch her video and see what her points that she was making were. But tips to reduce your food waste: plan ahead your shopping list, prepare foodable food portions, identify the expiring date, use products to expire first, follow storage instructions, store leftovers safely, and donate food. Okay, perfect, nice. We love that. And then I'm going to look, I'm going to put Best Buy. Okay, so I cannot find the exact type of thing that she has. Okay, so there we go. Know your dates to avoid using food waste root cause, expiry date confusion. So best before date and expiry date. So best before, it's safe to eat after this date, but quality or taste may drop. And then expire, do not eat after this date. So yes, and yeah, so yeah, I'll try to like kind of go over like what this video is basically saying. See, I honestly can't even see the years, but basically it's saying like canned food is like good for longer. All this stuff is good for like 1 year, like sauces and condiments, dry foods, baking items, cereals, and snacks. 6 months is good for like drinks, snacks, and candy and chocolate. 3 months is good for like cookies, mayonnaise, and tortillas. And use expiration date is for like milk and baby food. So basically, it's like, you don't have to feel like super scared for like, the dates, and you don't have to feel like embarrassed for like getting food from like the food pantry or anything like that that is a little bit more expired. You don't have to feel like basically like stigma towards it because it's like a little bit late, a little bit expired, because sometimes it can still be fine for a little bit longer. So yeah, and I think the things that I got were great. Like the fruits and veggies were good. There was one, I think, like cucumber that looked a little bit moldy, or like it looked like it had a little bit of mold spots on it. So I did throw that one away just to make sure that it didn't mold the rest of the veggies that I got. But literally everything I got looks perfectly fine. I'm very excited to eat all of it. Just literally just so grateful to be able to have groceries. Like I'm just so grateful to have a haul. And a big point that I wanted to make about this, like, is relating to that comment, like, I feel like that comment, it kind of made me feel like more stigmatized, more like in a hole, not a hole, more in a box, of what I was like explaining. Let me show you again, if I can pull it up really quick again. So yes, this was the comment. Just a little recap, really quick. Good luck getting your EBT shit because the Dems are holding shit hostage, right? So I feel like it's racist, classist, very assumptionary, you know, and they're assuming because of my class, like they think I'm a Democrat. First of all, I'm leftist, but anyways, all that to say, I feel like it all relates to, a stigma, and I feel like you shouldn't feel a stigma for getting EBT and or EBT, food bank, anything. And I have seen a rhetoric around it. I have seen, people try to make people feel bad for getting those things, but the thing is that we should be able to enjoy our quality of life. We should be able to afford our bills. We should be able to also have a little bit of fun on the side. We also should be able to have healthcare and food as well. Obviously, housing as well. We should be able to have these basic human things without, you know, stigmatization, without feeling bad, without anything. Literally, we should just be able to have these things. And the fact that so many Americans right now are not feeling those things, we're not feeling safe, we're not feeling that security, that is not on us, and that is not on our conscience. That's not our fault for ever needing help or assistance with anything. So if you ever need assistance, if you ever need help, if you ever, you know, need anything, I think that you should reach out, try to find resources, try to find help. I also did call my local food bank resource thing, whatever, and I also did find out that they can help out with electricity bills. Wait, let me see. I wrote it down. Electrical or gas bills. So that is extremely helpful. Like if you need anything like that ever, just call your local one and see what they offer. I don't know what your local one offers, but mine does. So if you live in like San Bernardino County, you can call up and see if they offer that one for you. San Bernardino County in California. But yeah, I feel like, anywhere in Southern California, because I've been seeing a lot of resources on the food bank website that I found, and I feel like it was like, honestly, I think it was maybe just all of California. I don't know, but I think Southern California for sure, because one of these places was like pretty far. It's like, I don't know, it's like 29 Palms, California, Yucca Valley, Landers, California, Joshua Tree. Like, I don't know if those are Southern California, but they sound pretty far to me, so they might be Southern, or they might be mid or northern. I don't know. But anyways, the point I'm making is that find whatever resources you have and use them, and please do not feel bad about them. Do not let other people make you feel bad about them. Don't let them make you feel like you're using something, milking the system, using people's tax dollars, using a system that you don't need. None of that. If you need it, you need it. You know what you need. If you're struggling, use it. if you're literally worried about paying your bills, use it. The thing is that food banks, I saw videos that were helping me think of things differently as well too, because like I said, there's such a stigmatization around this type of stuff, but food banks are literally a resource there for you to use to help you get up out of a situation so that you don't go further down. So you don't have to feel like a stigma or like, bad for using it, because if you're going there and getting groceries, alleviating that pressure off of buying those groceries. And groceries are extremely expensive now, by the way. You can be paying like 100 if you're lucky, and if you're buying like really skimpy like meals, like just produce and rice and beans and things. But if you're like trying to like go like a little bit extra, go a little bit more all out there, you can be paying like, honestly, like 300 or 400 a month on groceries. Especially if you're trying to be healthy, it could be even more. It could be 500. I mean, it really just depends. I mean, it's not that hard to eat healthy. Like sometimes, but I'm just saying, like, if you're trying like to like, up your protein, go to the gym, like eat a lot, like surplus, that type of stuff, it can be hard to even get that. So I don't know. I say all of this to say, like, just please use your resources and do not feel bad using them. Um, they're there for a reason. They're there to help you, like I said, so that you don't fall further into that hole. You can actually push yourself up, push yourself out of it, push yourself, in a positive incline instead of a negative incline by going to these food banks and helping alleviate that pressure of paying any food bills, instead of paying bills to go get your food, you can be paying bills to pay off other bills. I don't know, whatever. You get the point. But yes, people stigmatize it. People say, bad things. They say, like, you shouldn't be using this. You shouldn't be lazy. You should have a job, whatever. Whatever your situation is, please use it regardless if you need it. But just to say, like, I literally do have a job. Me and my husband do have a job. Like I said, we're just struggling with me. I'm struggling with, paying like rent and my car payments, because I got my car last year, and I've been unemployed and without work sometime in between last year and now. So now I am working. I've been working since July, but I've had mishaps. So yes, please use your resources. Do not feel bad. And also, if you're watching this and you don't need anything, then do what you can to help. Lend a helping hand. I've heard that it's actually amazing and great to be giving money to your local food banks, because I heard that they could, do amazing things with it. They can stretch the money more farther than you can. So if you're thinking about like, oh, let me go buy some rice and some eggs and donate that to the food bank. Well, actually, if you're going to spend $100 and do that, you can actually just give them the $100, and they can stretch it a lot more, just because they get like deals, from certain stores, or whatever the case may be. Like they have deals, they have connections, and so if you go through them to give them the money directly, they will be able to allocate that money into a better place, and just make it stretch better. It will be able to do so much more in their hands. But I feel like if you're thinking outside the box and you're like, I have been to food banks and I just want to donate like medicine, I just want to donate socks, like if it's something like that, like, okay, just do what you want. Obviously anything helps, but I did hear that money itself is better. So yes, and if you can donate your time, anything that you can do to help your community, do it. And anyone that you can help, do it. And yeah, just be a good person, spread love, spread positivity. Um, yeah. And yeah, most of all, and most importantly of all, I just don't want anyone to feel like embarrassed to do this stuff. Because like literally I feel like yesterday me and today me are like completely different people. Yesterday me, I was pretty embarrassed. It was like a humbling experience, actually going, needing the food, going to get the food, having people in the community see me. But the thing is that we're literally all there for the same reason. We all need food, except the volunteers, obviously. But the people that was in line with, like, to think that they're gonna judge me, it's like, well, we're all here for food, so why would they judge me? It's fine. So life life can get better. Just don't let these stigmas get to you. The government, they actually did make these stigmas against black women originally. You can look into that. You can do your own research. If you don't believe me, it's true. Like, literally, I believe it was Ronald Reagan. You can almost tie everything back to him. Not like everything. Well, I feel like all the like tricky laws that like really like, it feels like that leather boot is really on you. You can blame Reagan for that. But yeah, so basically Ronald Reagan, I'm pretty sure, I believe it was, spread this rhetoric about welfare queens and how, you know, they how they just milk the system and they're bad, and just creating all this terrible rhetoric, like, oh, they're taking your tax dollars, they're taking your money. You know who's really taking your money? The billionaires, the one percenters, the ones who, I don't know, have all the money. Yeah, that's who's taking your money, not the poor people. Okay, get it together. So I don't know how anyone ever fell for that rhetoric. I don't know how they brainwashed Americans, and they brainwashed us all, and they just got us all to believe that if we need help, we're the problem. No. If you need help in your country that you live in, you are not the problem for that. Okay? If you need help and you're struggling to get it, it's really hard for you to get it, whatever the case may be. If you need help and you feel like you're not getting it in the way that you need, that is not your fault. That is actually not something you should be ashamed of. The shame does not fall on you for that. It actually falls on the country that you live in. So don't feel shamed, and do not shame others for what they need. Do not shame others for needing these services, because at the end of the day, no one would need these services if we just were paid enough, if we just were given enough chances. Have you seen how much the minimum wages versus how much, like gas and groceries and rent even are? Have you seen how much, have you seen how much eggs are? Um, like, I mean, literally everything, like food, housing, gas, like everything's just really expensive. And you cannot be blaming people that are not making enough for that when the minimum wage does not even match up. Minimum wage, one person, let's see, one person making minimum wage, I don't know if they will ever be able to buy a house. I don't know. Two people making minimum wage, I don't know if they will ever be able to buy a house. But I think, you know what? I think maybe these people can, but with like government assistance, like some type of like, oh, you don't make enough, let's give you housing assistance. Maybe those groups of people can do it with that. But if they need that to like get somewhere, that is not their fault. We need minimum wage workers. We need all type of workers of all type of fields to make the world go round. So why is communism such a bad thing? I'm sorry, but you need your doctor just as much as you need your car technician, just as much as you need the person who delivers the medicine to the doctor, just as much as you need the person who delivers the oil to the auto shop, just as much as you need the person who rakes the leaves so that the person who shovels the snow for the road can shovel the snow, so that the CDL drivers who drive products all the way across the country, so that, I don't know, maybe parts of the states can trade with each other for maybe like, I don't know, like let's trade apples and oranges, right? I don't know what's going on with that. So all of these things are a working system. They all literally work together. It is a machine. You know, this will not work without its key components. If all of this was taken apart, like if I just had this, as amazing, as beautiful as this is just 1% of the entire thing. I cannot do anything with this. Sure, I can get a lighter, try to burn it, try to get a little something from it, try to like measle a feeling. But what can you really do with just nothing? What can you really do without the whole entire machine? What can you do without all of the cogging? What can you do without all of the cogs churning and doing their job on that machine? It would just, like, this is the 1% without the entire machine. You need all of the entire machine, all of the batteries, all of the components that go into this, these prongs, everything, the shading, the color of it, the button, everything. You need every single part, all the wiring, everything. You need it all. So why is it not all given the same love? Because if I lose this, I'm fucked. I can't smoke this shit. If I lose this, I'm fucked. I can't smoke this shit. So if I have only this or only this, it's not gonna work. I need it all. And with that, I'll take a hit. But I need it all, and you know, you need all these parts of the machine for the machine to function. So why would you give this part? Oh, it just lights up, you know? That's all it does. Well, how boring would it be without that thing that just lights up? That's all it does. It just lights up. It's just the color, you know? That could be like the pinkness of this pen, and the fact that it lights up. That could be like representative of, like, honestly, like the immigrants and the black people that have built this country, and the Native Americans that this country was stolen from, and the wiring in it. You know, all of this part, it represents all of it, like the Asian Americans, the Native Americans, the Middle Eastern people, like the black people, the Hispanic people, literally all the people that America has wronged, you know. I mean, even in this day and age, maybe you can say the poor white people also that have been manipulated. Everyone, you know, everyone who's working in this cog, who's not the 1%, they're all working in this, and the 1% is benefiting. We should all be getting paid the same, okay? You know, we should all. Because it's nothing without each other. So yeah, if someone is working and they're not making enough money, that is not their fault. That is the government's fault. If they are not making enough money to get by and buy all the things that they need, get every resource that they need, not their fault. It's the government's fault. And yeah, I really think that people should use their resources. I don't think that they should feel bad for that at all. So yeah, I mean, that, I feel like, oh, it's okay. Mm. Mm. Oh, you're bad. You're bad. You go over. Just like vanilla bad. But yeah, so don't let a government make you feel bad about using resources that you wouldn't be needing if the government was sufficient enough to actually take care of the people that are taking care of it, that are literally, quite literally, running it, you know? So yeah, don't be gaslit. I feel like that's my number one theme on my channel, honestly. Like, I won't let you guys be gaslit because I will call things out, you know? I always knew Trump was a part of Project 2025 all along. I probably should have made a video about it before, just called it out. But oh, just I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really woke. So I know what's right and what's wrong. I know that sometimes people are just manipulative, like governments and stuff. And well, most of the time actually governments are manipulative, and you know, it's a tale as old as time. It's what upholds capitalism. Manipulation, lies, you know, there's no truth being told here. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. I feel like this kitty has a little gray in its tail. From its daddy, Sanrio, if you guys know Sanrio. But yeah, so basically he's so freaking cute. So basically yeah, you should just not judge people for any resource that they ever need. Oh, another thing, if you also need help or financial assistance in other ways, this is something I did ask ChatGPT. I'm ashamed to admit, but earlier in the year, I asked ChatGPT for like options for like lower costing insurance. So I did find some. So look up if there are any in your state and just go off of that. In California, there is a California low cost insurance program, and you can just see if you qualify. And yeah, it's great. It's a lot cheaper, a lot better. It helps out a lot. I think my rate for my insurance, it's like really cheap. I think it's like I don't know. It's like less than 100. So I think it's like 50. So yeah, just look if there's any programs. Um, yeah, any programs in your state. Um, yeah. Um, don't feel ashamed of any resources that you need to use because it's not your fault for needing to use them. It's the government for not giving us a livable wage. So yeah, like I don't know. Like actors, they entertain us. They deserve a livable wage, which actors have been struggling. Authors shouldn't be struggling. They're making entertainment for us too. I mean, literally, the world can go around. We can be helping each other in a different way. You know, things could be beautiful. Things could be better. Things could be more communist. Things could be more socialist. I don't know. Just better than this. Honestly, probably communist. I don't even know. I don't even know if it should end with ist because capitalist is already a red flag. So maybe we should just drop the ist and just come up with a whole new system. No money involved, you know? That would be beautiful, right? I feel like money and power are the root of all evil. So we gotta get rid of those, right? If we want to progress as a human society and we want to not let AI take over, I think we need to first realize that money and power are the root of all evil. Okay, so how about we stop that? How about we stop that? Okay. So yeah, hopefully everyone has a great day. Hopefully you learned something. You know, like yeah. Also, if anyone wants to leave any racist comments right now, I just want to point out that I think like 60% of the people on EBT or SNAP are like white. And I think, and at first, EBT or SNAP or whatever, I don't know the exact names, whatever. The first food assistance in America, it was made and it was only available to poor white Americans. So poor people always existed. Even when you guys had the power in the 90s, right? And the minorities did not have the power, and they still wanted to put the blame on the minorities. Just like right now, they have the power, they still want to put the blame on the minorities right now. If you can't see that clearly they have the power now, you can definitely see it then, right? Segregation. Must I say more? Segregation really set us back as a society. How different do you think your life would be if you were only allowed to use half of everything because it said that it was only for your group of people? How would you feel about that? Let's be for real. Let's be honest here. Okay? Let's recognize generational trauma. Let's recognize generational things. Let's recognize like that racism is systemic. Okay? Let's recognize these things. So yes, try to be more woke. Try to be better, you know? Like seriously. Don't be racist, okay? Because white people use EBT the most. So don't come for me. Come for your sisters and brothers, okay? Come for your uncles and aunts and moms and dads and daughters and sons, okay? Whoa. But yeah. Yeah. I think any reason that you need to use it, please use it. Do not let anyone push you against it, make you feel bad for it. If you literally feel like you need to use it, use it. I feel like most of us probably do for some reason feel like we need to use it just because of the struggle that's going on. You know, like it would be nice to just have a little bump, a little help to just help you out of the situation. Also, another positive to using the food bank that I found out is that the more they use the food bank, or you know, if you go to the food bank, your local food bank, and you register, they will end up getting more funding because more people are going to the food bank. So no, it is not wasteful, it's not bad. And if no one uses that food, it gets thrown away. It literally will get thrown out. So we're reducing food waste, literally, quite literally reducing food waste, reduce, reuse, recycle. We're literally making the planet a better place by going to the food bank and not just like buying the food. Honestly, like, screw capitalism. Like, if you can avoid buying that food and you can go to the food bank, honestly, that's better. Food should be free. Go to the food bank, please. So yeah, that's my take on it. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about it, and please go use it. I hope everyone has an amazing, I hope everyone has a fantastic, fantabulous, amazing day. You know, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube, and just spread some positivity. Help your community if you can. If you're not in need, just help. Like I said, money is great for these food banks, or just honestly, you can call them. Call your local ones, see what they need if you're not sure. But I've heard that money is the best bet. So yeah, because honestly, like, what if, let's say they need diapers, give them money, they can go buy the diapers. So I do feel like money is the best bet. And like I said, they could get things on a discount that you can't. So unless you have some crazy discounts and you're like a business owner too, I think even then, I think probably money is probably the best bet. I don't know. But anyways, do what you can, help your community, help who you can, do what you can to help others, and just stay afloat. Do not let this presidency, that disgusting man in office, Donald Jr. What the fuck is this? What does J stand for? Donald Trump. I don't know what his name is. Donald J. Trump. Don't let him ruin your day. Don't let him ruin your next 4 years. Use your resources, okay? Do not let anyone make you feel bad for using the resources, because it's not your fault that you need to use it. It is the government's fault that you need to use it. And yeah, like, use those resources, girl. Please use those resources, and help others if you are not in need of resources. And if you have an abundance of things, help others. If you have extra, help. So yeah, hopefully everyone has a great day. Comment other ideas if you have other ideas of how you can build your community up more, help others more. And yeah, hopefully everyone just chills. If you have a kitty or a dog, give them some love. Give them some love. But yeah, use any resource you need. Please do not let anyone make you feel bad for it. Please, 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 I beg of you. I have literally turned over a new leaf. Like, yesterday I was embarrassed, I was scared. It was a humbling experience, and now I'm here to tell you, please use your resources and do not feel embarrassed to do so. Because that was my first time ever going to a food bank. The only thing I've ever done was use the food pantry from my community college, but that was more like normalized because like all the kids would kind of go to the food pantry. They give you like snacks and stuff too, so there's really no reason not to. And no one was really judging, I feel. I don't know, it felt different, but like you would get like a bag of stuff, it would be nice. But this was like a food bank. Like I got some stuff. I got like a little grocery haul. That stuff probably would have like, I don't even know, like $60. I don't even know, 70, 100. I don't know how much it would have been. Oh, I also got cereal. Yeah, I also got cereal, and I don't know if there's something else on top of the fridge, but yeah, they also gave us like cereal too, a box of cereal. So yeah, it was great. It was a great haul. Everything was great. I'm so happy, so excited. I love you all. Have a great day. Please be a better person. Please, just be better every day. If you learn something, I'm glad. But if you're like one of those mean people, please just get better. Okay. And if you just came here because you agree with me, then thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you need help right now, don't feel bad for getting it. I'm gonna give you a virtual hug, you know, if you want it. If you don't want it, that wasn't for you. And yeah, I hope your day goes great. Goodbye, and hope you make some nice tasty meals from the food pantry. Also, if you go to your food bank and you don't know what to make, go ahead and just start looking up recipes. That's what I did. Because we got mushrooms, I started looking up like mushroom dinners. I don't know. My husband just whipped up his own thing regardless. But if you don't know what you can make, just either whip up your own thing or type in the stuff, type in the ingredients in Google, type in some ingredients in Google, type in like maybe 2 to 4 ingredients in Google that sound like they'd be good together. Let it tell you a little recipe. There you go. And yeah, hope everyone has a great day. Bye.